Y'all having fun out there? I know you are. You guys ready for more show? You guys want to hear one more comedian? Well, we've got several more. Ladies and gentlemen, your next comedian, she cannot help but love St. Patrick's Day. That'll make sense in a second. Put your hands together for the very funny Quinn Hall.
Let's go, girls! Woo! Heyo, Charlotte! I actually just recently moved to Charlotte from Illinois, and I'm just curious. Is there any Midwest transplants out there tonight? Woo! Midwest, nice! My crew. So I've been using this dating app called Hinge. And for those of you who may not know Hinge, you have to answer a series of questions as part of your profile. So, the other day, I was scrolling through and I noticed one of the guys wrote that he travels for work. But what he really meant was that he delivers for DoorDash. So I scrolled through another profile and noticed that another guy wrote that he lived in a gated community. But what he really meant was jail! Dating in Charlotte is rough out here. I went on a date with one guy, and he tells me that he has small balls. I go on another date, and another guy told me he had one ball. Am I reading a Dr. Seuss book or something right now? One ball, two ball, small ball, blue balls. But imagine if Dr. Seuss wrote a series of dating books out there. It would read an awful lot like this. Oh, the places you go, and hope he doesn't murder you. Another one would read, Horton hears another story about emotional trauma. And my favorite and classic, green eggs and gaslighting. Ladies, we have it rough out there. Let me tell you what, nobody has ever taught us on how to give an appropriate hand job. But I've learned through the years that it's very similar to the child's game called the Bop It. Let's think about it for a second. You can twist it, you can pull it, but the fellas don't like it when you bop it. So then Hasbro comes out with a new and improved toy for the boys. And it's called the Bop It Extreme. So now all the boys are out here flicking it and spinning it. So my birthday's coming up next month. Thank you all. And I just want to share a few things with you all about things I've learned in my 30s so far. You can never trust a toot. Usually I have to go to the gym to work out and feel sore muscles. Now I just have to reach for the remote too fast and feel sore muscles. I've been noticing that I used to turn up the music. Now I've been turning up the humidifier. And if you were to text me at after 9 p.m. on a weekday, you're not going to get a response until 6 a.m. the next day, if you're lucky. So my granny called me last week, all right? She was checking in with me, see how I was doing here in Charlotte, and she flat out asked me if I was a lesbian. But to her defense, I'm the only granddaughter left, not married, and no kids. So I think of something very clever to respond to that one. It went like this. Hang on 1 second. Granny, I like the penis! She didn't have anything to say after that one. And I can guarantee I am not on the Christmas list this year. But anyone who wants a free kazoo after the show, I got a party pack of these 12 from Party City. Oh my gosh, you guys are awesome. So, a few months ago, a friend of mine asked me if she could dog sit for her. And I said, no problem, I'll be right over. So, the very first night I got out of the shower, and I'm standing at the sink getting ready to go to bed. All of a sudden, a giant cockroach comes running across the sink. And all I kept thinking was, holy shit. But I know all your southern folks out there thinking right now, oh honey, it's just a little tomato bug. It won't hurt you. Bless your little heart. No, wrong. So I reached for the closest thing what I could find, which was an empty Kleenex box. So I grabbed it and I trapped it.
Oh no.
I could feel it running across my hand. And the first thing I thought was, is this poisonous? Is this going to bite me? I don't have time to Google this. So I come running out of the bathroom, through the living room, with my lady hairs hanging out, standing at the doorway and shut the box. So the next day, I'm standing at the doorway and I let the dogs out. And all I could see was a little white camera pointed directly in the door that I was at. All I kept thinking was, are you freaking kidding me right now? Who are these people? Why do they have a camera pointed inside the house? Shouldn't they have a camera pointed outside where the intruders were actually come from? These people are whack jobs. And they're probably in the crowd tonight. So the following couple days later, I had to go pick her up at the airport. And the scene went like this. So as I'm pulling up to the airport, she jumps in the car. And she's telling me all about her vacation, how great Memphis, Tennessee was. And all I kept thinking was, I can't look at her right now. I had nothing to say. I just kept nodding my head like, uh-huh, all right, that's fine. Yep, we'll get there. So she turns to me finally and says, so how were my dogs? I'm like, the dogs are great. Hey, listen, I gotta tell you a situation. And she turns and looks at me and says, oh yeah, the carpets do match the drapes. Thank you all. Again, my name is Quinn Hall.